Master Sergeant Keiko Tanaka entered the Galactic Military Academy's elite training facility. Alien cadets mock stories of Earthborn capabilities as myth and propaganda. The facility's automated threat assessment scanner activated, bathing the human in crimson light. The system's voice announced, "Access level, black level threat. Maximum caution advised." The cadets fell silent. The Galactic Military Academy on Station Arcturus 9 trained coalition forces from 27 species. Earth had joined only a decade ago after first contact, and humans remained poorly understood. Their homeworld's 1G gravity and oxygen-rich atmosphere were considered unremarkable by galactic standards. Alien cadets viewed humans as soft-bodied, slow, lacking natural weapons or armor. Stories of human combat effectiveness were dismissed as exaggeration to compensate for physical inferiority. Tanaka was a veteran of Earth's Special Forces who survived the Ganymede Uprising, where she held a position alone for 19 hours against overwhelming odds, protecting evacuating civilians including her younger sister. The Academy's threat assessment system was Kyrathi technology, never wrong, designed to evaluate every species' combat capability on a scale from green to black. No species had ever registered above orange. Today's training exercise involved threat response protocols, and Tanaka was demonstrating human baseline capabilities. The cadets, including arrogant Vrex warrior Keldrin, expected a forgettable demonstration from a species they considered barely sentient. Tanaka entered the training arena, a circular platform ringed with observation galleries. The automated scanner initiated its protocol, projecting identification beams that analyzed biological threat markers, strength, speed, natural weapons, venom, armor plating, psionic capability. The cadets whispered among themselves, some laughing, convinced the Earthborn myth would be exposed as propaganda. Keldrin, whose species evolved as apex predators with retractable claws and regenerative capabilities, openly mocked the demonstration. The scanner completed its initial pass. Then something unprecedented happened. The system's threat assessment color shifted from green to yellow, then orange, then deep crimson red, finally settling on obsidian black, a classification that didn't officially exist in coalition protocols. The automated voice announced the black level threat designation with clinical precision. Chaos erupted in the observation galleries. Instructors demanded system diagnostics. The Kyrathi technician insisted the scanner was functioning perfectly. It was detecting something in human physiology that triggered maximum threat protocols. Tanaka stood calmly, waiting, as alien officers debated whether the system had malfunctioned. Keldrin, insulted that a prey species registered higher than his warrior race, challenged Tanaka to prove the assessment wasn't an error. He demanded a live combat demonstration. Tanaka's expression didn't change. But her eyes, those human eyes that evolved for persistence, hunting, and pattern recognition, fixed on Keldrin with an intensity that made several observers uncomfortable. She accepted. The training scenario was reconfigured for live combat with safety protocols. Keldrin entered the arena confident, his species' natural advantages making him objectively superior by every measurable metric. What he didn't understand was that the scanner hadn't measured physical advantages. It measured something evolution carved into humanity across millions of years on a death world. The combat began. Keldrin moved with predatory grace, claws extended, using speed and strength that should overwhelm any human. Tanaka didn't match his speed. She didn't need to. She moved with something more dangerous, predictive awareness, reading his attacks before they fully formed, seeing patterns her brain processed automatically. Keldrin lunged. Tanaka sidesteps with minimal motion, conserving energy while he expended it. He swiped with claws that could shred combat armor. She'd already moved, positioned where his momentum couldn't reach. The watching cadets leaned forward, confused. Tanaka wasn't fighting like other species. She wasn't matching strength with strength or speed with speed. She was fighting like something that survived by being smarter, more patient, more efficient. Keldrin grew frustrated, attacking with increasing aggression. Tanaka remained calm, her breathing controlled, her heart rate steady. She was doing what humans do, outlasting, adapting, persisting. Then Keldrin overcommitted to a strike. Tanaka didn't dodge. She stepped inside his reach, closer than any prey species should willingly move toward a predator. Her hand struck precisely at nerve clusters human anatomy students learn in basic training. Keldrin's arm went numb. Before he could compensate, Tanaka delivered a follow-up strike to his knee joint, exploiting biomechanical vulnerabilities. Keldrin stumbled. Tanaka didn't press her advantage with savage violence. She simply moved to a position where she controlled every option he had. Then she released something that froze every observer. A low, primal growl from deep in her chest, a territorial threat display that humanity's ancestors used before language existed. It carried harmonics that triggered predator recognition responses across multiple species. Keldrin, apex predator of his world, experienced something his species hadn't felt in evolutionary memory: prey freeze response. His body locked. Every instinct screamed warnings about the human standing over him. The scanner's crimson light intensified. The automated voice spoke, confirmed. Black level threat. Human specimen exhibits apex predator psychology combined with tool-using intelligence and endurance physiology. Classification: persistence apex species that hunts by refusing to stop. Tanaka stepped back, offering her hand to help Keldrin up. The gesture was deliberate, showing that humans control their lethality, choosing mercy not from weakness but from strength. Keldrin accepted her hand, his worldview shattered. She pulled him to his feet with a grip that seemed gentle but contained compressed strength he didn't expect. The arena fell silent as she addressed the assembled cadets. The scanner didn't malfunction. It detected what makes humans dangerous. We're not the strongest. We're not the fastest. We don't have claws or venom or armor. But we evolved as persistence predators on a planet where everything tried to kill us. She explained with clinical precision. Humans are endurance hunters who evolved to chase prey until it died of exhaustion, to survive injuries that would kill most species, to problem solve under life-threatening pressure, to function in environmental extremes coalition species consider uninhabitable. The Kyrathi technician confirmed. The scanner's black level designation was reserved for species that combine multiple apex characteristics with intelligence. Humans were the only known species to register across all categories simultaneously. The cadets began understanding. Humans weren't weak prey species playing warrior. They were apex predators who learned to use tools. Because they were so efficient at hunting, they needed technology to find challenges. Tanaka revealed the final truth. She wasn't fighting at full capability. She was demonstrating baseline human performance without adrenaline enhancement, without human pain tolerance, without the psychological adaptations that let humans keep functioning with catastrophic injuries. The Earthborn myth wasn't exaggeration. It was understatement. The training exercise concluded, but its impact reshaped coalition military understanding. Human combat instructors were reassigned to elite units across the fleet. The threat assessment protocols were updated with a notation that humans are considered black-level baseline until individual capabilities are determined. The Kyrathi who designed the scanners submitted a report that became classified, reading, "Humans represent a paradox individually weaker than most warrior species, collectively more dangerous than any of them." because they refuse to accept limitations that biology imposes. The report concluded with a warning that became military wisdom. Do not judge Earth's children by their lack of claws. Judge them by what they survived without them.